What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking about should the NFL suspend head coach of the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, if it comes out that they were cheating. So let's see what they have to say about that.
Pending the investigation, which unless it's completely incompetent, will reveal, obviously, that the Patriots are cheating and then lying about it, you need to suspend Bill Belichick.
You got to do more than suspend Bill Belichick.
Just forfeit draft picks. Belichick's already shown he can still beat you with forfeiting draft picks. He can win the Super Bowl forfeiting draft picks. You have to suspend Bill Belichick, who's the GM and the coach. And the idea that things are happening in that organization like this and he's not aware is laughable.
And that's exactly why you have to do more than suspend Bill Belichick. Millions of dollars of a fine and suspension is not going to cut it.
It's laughable. First of all, let's focus on that video for a second. Yeah, and you're shooting this for this footage for the piece on an advanced scout? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do your job for the website.
Yeah. Where's your advanced scout? I don't see an advanced scout. Oh, no, got caught in the lie. Oh, we're getting some field perspective. Mm-hmm. That's not the field. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, sorry, we can delete it. So, hold on. We can delete it. So you know you did something wrong. He said, once I delete it, it's gone. So the scout admits that he did something wrong. What does he know? So he knows he did wrong. He's like, look, if you let me delete this, parenthetically, I can't complete my mission. I can't get the information back to the people who sent me. Mm-hmm. Basically, that's what he's saying. Or else why would he say, once I delete it, it's gone? Now, if you look at the Van Natta Wickersham article from 2015 at ESPN, the cheating of the Patriots goes so deep that they're sending low-level employees through locker rooms, reportedly, to steal play sheets and stuff like that. And they would leave out dummy playbooks and to fool the Patriots. In other words, there was systemic cheating in the organization, and it's never stopped. That's why Belichick needs to be suspended. It hasn't stopped. And then they insult everyone's intelligence. They're like, we're going to run the same play from the same playbook, lie to your face, and pretend you're so stupid you're going to swallow it. What else can you do at this point?
So suspension is not going to do it. Fining millions of dollars to a team that makes billions of dollars a year is not going to do it. What you're going to have to do, you're going to have to take away the playoffs. You got to if they get caught again, you got to take away the playoffs. You got to take away the incentive to cheat, because that's why they're cheating, and so they can win games, get to the playoffs, get to the Super Bowl, and win the Super Bowl. If you take that away, I guarantee that will cut down on all this cheating. I'm telling you, if you take away the playoffs, then that'll definitely cut down on the cheating. So let's continue.
Do you have any proof against Bill Belichick? Yeah, I mean, listen, this is the bottom line, y'all. Max Kellerman, he's so passionate, so righteous, such a beautiful thing. It's very touching. It really, really is. And Max, I don't disagree with you. I think they're lying. I think they got straight cold busted. I think all of that stuff is true, Max.
Close your mouth, because you cold busted.
Cold busted. I got it, Max. But when you
you walking in the rain.
Suspend Bill Belichick, where's the evidence?
Okay, so actually Bill Belichick has admitted to, I think once or twice, to cheating. Is either Deflategate or Spygate, one of those type of things. He admitted to it. So he's admitted to it. So we know they've done it at least once. We know it's in them to cheat. So that's what I'm saying. Fines won't do it. Finding a team that makes billions of dollars a year is not going to hurt them. It'll be worth the $10 million fine if they can get away with cheating and win games and get the Super Bowl, win another Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. There's no way fines aren't going to do it. And what do you think suspending Bill Belichick is going to do? It's not like he's a player. It's not like he's Tom Brady. If you take away Tom Brady, that's really going to hurt the team. If not, shut the team down. What, suspending Bill Belichick? You don't think that he can't text some of his assistant coaches? You can get, even if they want to monitor his phone, he can get some little cheap throwaway phone that you pay by the hours or whatever, and text his plays in or whatever he wants to get done. So suspending Bill Belichick is not going to do a thing. What you need to do if you want to stop this cheating is simply, look, if you guys get caught cheating again, for no matter what situation, you guys don't make the playoffs. You just don't make the playoffs. It's just that simple. And I bet you that will cut down on the cheating. So let's continue.
See, we don't want to really embrace that concept, because damn it, as I say, Max, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose. It's a duck. We got it. But the flip side to it is that we don't know about Bill Belichick here. Bill Belichick said had nothing to do with it. Where's the evidence about Bill Belichick?
Well, I would
have the investigation.
I was
for that
under
purpose.
RICO statutes.
Time out. We can look at it from an overseer's perspective. The buck stopping with the man. You gonna get the video. Who you gonna give it to? Who they using? Who's using it? Oh, we got it. I got it. But is there evidence, like concrete evidence, that that man, Bill Belichick, did this? Because remember, if he's distant from it, it's almost like the code red. You know what I'm saying? You can't handle the truth. Yes, let me tell you something. The code red. Listen, do you remember, and we all love A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson and all these boys. Here's the thing, Max. Do you know that even with the preponderance of evidence available to them, if that damn Jack Nicholson did not sit up there and admit, you're damn right I did.
Right. You are not going to get. Okay, wait a minute.
They would have had him.
You are not going to
They
get.
don't have Bill Belichick.
You're not going to get Belichick on the stand saying, I ordered the code red.
Yeah, you definitely won't get Bill Belichick to do that because he's smarter than that. And he has lawyers and team professionals or whatever that know the system. Obviously, they're going to advise him not to admit to it, no matter how much pressure that you're going to be under. Just don't admit to it. So, but I think Max Kellerman is right. They might have to get Bill Belichick on racketeering charges. And as we know with what's his name, that little 6'9" guy with the rainbow hair that's been locked up. When you get those RICO charges on you, it's a done deal. It's a done deal because they can pin anything on you. If you're even remotely associated with any type of wrongdoing, they can get you and they can slam you. That's why when the feds come at you with RICO charges, it's pretty much a done deal because they already got what they need on you. So let's continue.
Got you, Stephen A.
Go ahead.
Who sits here and religiously says they signed the CBA?
All right.
Goodell has broad powers to protect the shield.
I agree.
And under like the equivalent of RICO statutes, right? You're going after the mob boss, right? You know, you're just saying it's an ongoing criminal enterprise.
Right.
Well, I think at this point you can look at the Patriots saying there's an ongoing system of systemic rules breaking.
Time out. I got news for you. And we all know how I feel about Mr. Kraft. I'm the man that calls him Mr. Kraft.
Yes.
It did say Belichick. It didn't just say the Patriots. It did say Kraft Productions. So what you gonna do, Commissioner Goodell? You gonna go after Robert Kraft too? You gotta remember something. Because remember, you can't just stop at Bill Belichick with this because it's Kraft Productions.
However,
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Obviously, all parts are involved, all parts needed, from the top owner of the team to the lowest whatever manager that would be able to evaluate film or whatever. Obviously, you're going to have to go out there you're going to have to go throughout the whole organization. And to think that Bill Belichick doesn't know what's going on, and we know he runs a tight ship. He knows what happened. And to think that Mr. Kraft doesn't know what's going on his ship that he owns, that's just, you got to be a fool to think that they wouldn't know what was going on. So they're going to have to definitely mimic the RICO law or the racketeering laws or whatever to go ahead and knock down in kingpins, because obviously you're not going to find anything on Belichick or the owner. That's the only way to get them. That's the only way. And like I said, fines aren't going to do it. Millions of dollars a year, suspensions, that's nothing. That'll be worth the price of getting caught cheating if you can get away with it. What you're going to have to do is take away the playoffs. If you guys get caught cheating again in any way, shape, or form, no playoffs. That's it. I bet you that'll stop it.
Because that's just a front.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Who allowed it to? Who allowed the front to be
if
used?
it extended
Who allowed
if it
it?
extends
ask
to
a
Kraft,
question?
that's okay for me. But it's certainly Belichick who's in
Can
charge
I
of
ask a
football.
question? I get we're all having fun, etc. I'm a huge football fan, which you guys know.
Yes.
And you've accused me, I'm a Giants fan, full disclosure, you've accused me of being a Patriots fan for how hard I'll go for Tom Brady, right? Grew up in Connecticut, etc.
Right.
Do you honestly look at this team the same? Do you look at their championships, their dynasty the same?
Doesn't faze me in one bit. Let me tell you why. Are you ready for this?
Do you still think they're just as talented?
I'm answering your question directly, Molly Kim, especially to you.
Yeah.
You're the reason why I can look at them the same. Your team found a way to beat them twice in the Super Bowl. How come somebody else couldn't? You damn right I'm going to look at them the same. They got 6 Super Bowl titles. They got 9 trips to the Super Bowl.
Do you think they could do it without the film?
They don't have 9 Super Bowl titles. They lost to the Eagles. They lost to your Giants twice. Somewhere along the way, people figured out a way to beat them. All of a sudden, I'm going to discredit that? No, they've been beat.
Yeah, so I kind of, it's kind of iffy. You don't really know at what point somebody was cheating. That's why when people get caught cheating, it ruins everything because you don't know at what point. At what point were you using steroids? At what point were you cheating? Or have you been doing it your whole career? Or was it the last year of your career? That's why that's the trouble of when you get caught cheating. It puts into question everything you've ever done. Now, granted, I don't think they've been cheating the whole time, or at least not for everything, because if you look at like Deflategate, like I said, that was only the ball was flattened so that the ball is easier to catch for, I guess, Tom Brady's receivers. Now, how does that affect their defense? Their defense damn near shut out the Colts in that game, if I remember correctly. The score was like 45 to like 3 or something like that. Super low numbers. So deflated ball is not going to help their defense. Also, when what was it? Tom Brady was suspended for the first 4 of the games that year for the Deflategate. What happened? He came back and he darn near ran the table and then went to the Super Bowl. So I don't think they were cheating this whole time because definitely after that, you don't think everybody had a bullseye on them and everybody was watching every single thing they did after they just got caught cheating and they had a great year. They went to the Super Bowl that year. So I don't know. It's kind of iffy. It's always put into question when you get caught cheating.
And before
I'll answer that question.
Figure it out.
I'll answer that question. Is the dynasty tainted? Yes. Do I downgrade it? Yes. And even factoring in the downgrade for the cheating, it's still the greatest football dynasty of all time. Because the level of success that they've attained and maintained cannot be ascribed to cheating. Like if there's no, they have been so excellent but to pretend that doesn't tarnish it in some way.
I'm just saying,
yes,
what
it does.
if everybody had the same answers to the test? How do we know anymore?
How do we know?
I want to hear from you as a former player.
Listen, I don't think that the intelligence behind me says yes, this taints it. The emotion behind me says no, because I've walked up to the line of scrimmage and I've walked up and said, "Oh, this defense is going to play cover 2. I know exactly what you're doing," and couldn't execute against it because they did it better than me. I've walked up and gone, "Okay, here comes man coverage," and I know what they're going to do, and I couldn't execute against it. So, like, football is a sport where you have to go and do it.
Okay, so I do understand you do have to execute, but if you have another team's playbook, you can put your players in the best position possible to take advantage of a situation. Even if you don't necessarily know what's going to happen, but you have a good idea, you can put your players in the best place, in the best situation possible to have the best outcome for that play for your team. And more often than not, if you're able to do that, you're going to win more plays and make more plays than you would have if you hadn't, than you wouldn't have if you didn't have that playbook. So I don't want to hear, "Oh, well, they may have your playbook, but you still have to execute." Yeah, but you're putting your players in a better position than they would have been in, which gives them just that little bit more of an advantage. We all know a football game can come down to one single play. So if you're winning more plays than you're losing because you know what's going on, that's going to make a huge difference in the big scheme of things. So I don't know. Let's continue.